Laker fans, how we doing? My name is Sammy Long. This is another Laker preview video, doing one for every game this season. This one's going to be a little bit different, focusing more just on Atlanta. We're going to do a quick recap about the Portland game, getting into that game. Big win for the Lakers. You know, people are going to look at it and go, "Oh, you beat a Portland team who's terrible at home." That's fine. The Lakers just need to stack W's, and that's been a big problem for the Lakers in years past, in my opinion, is that they beat the good teams. They'll beat the teams at the top and kind of pull big upsets, and then they'll blow it to teams like the Trailblazers, teams that have no business being in a game with you. And the Lakers, it looked a little scary there for a minute. They really got after it there at the end of the third, early fourth, cut it to a somewhat manageable deficit, 4 points, but there was some bad officiating at the end of that game. Rui Hachimura, that should have been a block. The calling a goaltend there, I don't see that at all. I mean, it wasn't on the way down. It didn't hit the backboard. But again, Lakers got a W. Also got to rest AD, which is huge. He looks like he's going to be playing tonight in Atlanta. Quick thing, LeBron, huge, 38 points. Max Christie, one of the best performances of his young career, 28 points. And then Austin Reeves kind of flirting with that triple-double all night. And I think the other nice thing is that you're managing to work in Dorian Finney-Smith, Shake Milton, get these guys in a game where you're expected to win some minutes, get them comfortable because you're going to need them tonight against Atlanta. And I also thought Jackson Hayes, even though he didn't show up in the stat sheet and he did get in foul trouble early, I like the energy he brings. It'll be nice to see him with Anthony Davis where he doesn't have to really worry about being in foul trouble as much. I like watching him run the floor. He really kind of opens up the transition offense, in my opinion, for the rest of the team. But again, big W. Let's get it. Let's get on the back-to-back here. Preview of Atlanta. That was an easy game to look past Portland, and kind of because of who they were playing. The Hawks beat the Lakers about a month ago, literally almost a month, back on December 6th. 134-132 in Atlanta. Trae Young, go-ahead three in overtime. This was probably the Lakers' lowest point of the year. I mean, at this point, we were talking about the Lakers kind of selling everybody off, trading a bunch of players, getting picks. This was coming off. You lose to the Hawks. This is coming off a game where the Lakers got manhandled by the Heat, coming off a game where they got held at 80 points against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, it was just a bad stretch for the Lakers. And in this game, they fought. I remember talking about a month ago. They fought in the game and they tried their best. It sounds kind of crazy. Like they actually looked like they cared about what happened on the court, where the previous two games they didn't look like they really cared what was going on. But no defense being played, 134 points, giving up to a team and at home. It's pretty tough to win a game like that. And the fact that the Lakers were even that close is pretty amazing. 80 in that game at 38. LeBron had 39. Vincent 12. Connect 14. Hachimura 12. And then the bench really didn't do much of anything. D'Lo had 8 and Christie had 9. And Reddish didn't scratch. So, and then on the Atlanta side, Trae Young really killed the Lakers with 31 points. Also the go-ahead three. Hunter, 26 off the bench. Bogdanovich, 20 off the bench. And Okongwu, 15 points off the bench. The Lakers did a pretty good job of Versace holding him to 11 points. Jalen Johnson, 12 points. Clint Capella, only 4. So Trae Young just got hot at the end of the game, and the Lakers really didn't have anyone to defend with Vando being out, and Reddish was kind of running around with him all night, dealing with some foul trouble. So it's nice now to see that you have Dorian Finney-Smith. You still have Cam Reddish. You got multiple guys you can throw on him. Max Christie, I think, is really elevated as a defender, so it'll be nice to see what he's going to be doing with Trae Young tonight. This team looks a little different than when they played him. So the starting lineup has been Trae Young, Capella, Versace, Garrison Matthews, who did not play in that first game, and Dyson Daniels. So a little bit different change there. Coming off the bench, Okongwu, David Roddy, DeAndre Hunter, who had the 26 against the Lakers, and Vidi. I'm not going to say his last name because I don't want to mess it up. The Atlanta Hawks broadcast calls him Vidi, but he's kind of a sharpshooter, nice guard. Cody Zeller is going to be out for this game. Game time decisions. Trae Young, think he's going to play. Jalen Johnson, Bogdanovich, all questionable. Larry Nance is out for the game. So Larry Nance is out. He's out till probably later this month. So Lakers will miss him. And then on the Lakers side, AD probable, LeBron probable, and Vincent's out. The only guy that probably could have played. Same thing with, Shafino and Christian Wood and Vanderbilt. Same thing, kind of out. I think this is a big get-back game for the Lakers, even though it's in the Eastern Conference. You definitely want to give them some payback. Home floor, going to be a big one. Trae Young's a guy that for years felt like has been linked to the Lakers in terms of a potential trade candidate. I'm excited for this game tonight. I want to see JJ Redick, how they respond defensively. This team is in a much different place than they were a month ago. in this game in Atlanta, kind of in a free fall, as I mentioned earlier. I'm curious to see how they manage the minutes with Christie on Young. Do you go Dorian Finney-Smith on Young? Do you go Cam Reddish on Young? A combination of them all? Who's getting in foul trouble? I hope Jackson Hayes gets up in the scoring stat sheet a little bit coming off the bench because AD will likely be going tonight. Nice to see AD fully rested, and I'm excited for this one. This team is playing good basketball right now, and they seem to all have bought in. Seeing Reeves growing as a point guard, kind of his whole role since D'Lo left, really kind of exponentially taking off, becoming kind of playing like a third star right now and really taking on that role. Max Christie, the development of him both defensively and offensively, you saw it last night with 28 points. And Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton are only going to get better and better in this system. I think the Lakers right now, early on, it looks like a good trade. D'Lo's, having success out there in Brooklyn, but I heard on Allen's show, he's talking about this, like, you're going to miss D'Lo on certain nights, certain nights in the regular season when he drops 30. But I think when the playoffs come around, you might not miss D'Lo as much. And I've always been a big D'Lo supporter, but what this team has really seemed to buy in, and I'm excited to see where this team goes. Hopefully the Lakers can keep up a little win streak here. Back-to-backs have not been kind of the Lakers over the years. They usually split in these things. It'd be huge home floor to be getting a W. And then the Lakers, as mentioned on the broadcast last night, are kind of playing every other game through January. So not a ton of rest in between, just a day of rest. So Lakers, it's big. Again, last night you were able to win a game without Anthony Davis because you definitely want to get AD and LeBron rest and making sure that they're healthy, and especially leading in the playoffs and kind of these final coming months. So thank you everybody for listening. Alan's going to get you guys on the post-game show. Let's go Lakers. Let's get this W on the back-to-back, and hope everyone has a good night. Thank you.